Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Fratello Talks. I'm your host, Nacho, and this week I'm joined by my colleagues,
Daan
and
Lex.
And we are going to be discussing some of our favorite summer watches, and we're going to be talking about what makes a perfect summer watch. As you can tell, it's the summer here. We're all wearing our sunglasses. So let's do the very first sunglass and wrist check on the Fratello Talks podcast. We'll start with you, Dan. What's on your wrist and what's on your face?
Yes, so on my wrist is...
What's on your face?
Okay, sorry. Do I have something?
No.
But on my wrist is the Seiko SPB 317, which is a re-edition of a 60s Seiko diver. And this has been my summer watch, go-to summer watch for the past 2 years.
Cool.
So that's why I'm wearing it right now.
Very
I
nice.
wear it on a
I was
like
going
a
to say
tropic style strap.
From the shop.
It's not our own, actually.
We don't have that color. We have a similar color.
We have a whitish.
We have a ton of colors, but this is a bit more. It's a bit more of like a.
It's between brown, beige. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one we have in the shop is more yellowish.
It's a bit more
Note
yellow.
to the shop manager, get this color.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's a good color.
But so this is.
very
We'll
cool
explain later on why.
Exactly.
And how.
And the
The
sunglasses.
glasses. So these are actually made by Serengeti.
Okay.
And this is the model is called Raffaele.
Raffaele. Okay.
And they have. I bought them because of the crystals. The crystal is really polarized. And it also becomes darker and lighter depending
so
on the sun.
It's like graduated where with the sun it gets
How does
like a
it?
transition
name.
glasses.
Photochromatic. I think.
Photochromatic, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they also make everything a little bit sharper. So I really love the crystals on these.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Very cool.
Magic glasses.
Lex, what about you? What's on your wrist?
I'm
On your
wearing
face?
the Timor Field ATP because it's not my favorite summer watch, actually.
Right, no. And you're wearing it on a leather bund strap, which is also not very summery.
Very summery.
But
Very sweaty.
however,
I'm wearing...
It matches the glasses very well.
but look how nice the dial matches the pants.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A light dial is good in
Look
summer.
at that.
Your summer pants.
Yeah,
Matchy,
and
matchy.
anyway, so no, but I think it's I think it's a sweet little watch. I really like
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
It's more like a spring watch.
Yeah, exactly. It's for between seasons.
Yeah. And then the glasses are Ray-Ban Olympian 2,
Very nice.
worn by Nicolas Cage in Wild at Heart, and I believe also by Dr. Martin Luther King.
Man, you're right up there with some of the best.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Perfect. Well, I'm wearing a watch that has proven itself on my wrist as a summer watch previously. It is the Zodiac Super Seawolf Skin Diver 53. I think that's what it's called. It's quite a long name.
I was
but when
thinking
you
it
get-
need more words.
Yeah. No, but it's the Super Seawolf. It's loosely based on the first one of the first dive watches that they made. There's a whole claim to fame of it being one of the first among the 50 Fathoms and Rolex Mariner and all that. But it might all be marketing mumbo jumbo. There may be some truth
Or in
to
this
it.
case,
we'll have someone check the patent sheets in Switzerland at some point, and we'll get back to you on that. But
I think there is a guy doing that.
Well, this one
Probably.
is a
And-
lot more accessible than the other ones.
yeah, definitely. I think this is still under 2,000 euros, and I like it. It's got like a grainy black dial, a matte bezel. I believe it's 39 millimeters in diameter, so it's very classically sized. And then it has I'm wearing it actually on a strap from our friends up in Sweden at cheapest NATO straps or CNS straps
I thought we
these
were going
days.
to say Crafter Blue.
No, not Crafter Blue, but they also make great rubber straps.
Yeah, they do.
And this is a bit of what would you call this? Like a rally perforated rubber
It
strap.
really
It's,
fits the watch well.
Yeah, right. It has that sort of vintagey vibe. But yeah. So this
Quite
is
thick, the strap, no?
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker than the vintage ones, but it's still nice and supple and comfortable. And it's I think this is a a great summer combination that will certainly get plenty of wear this summer. And on my face are these are Persol 649s, just the classic. I believe these are not the Steve McQueen ones, right? No, he wore the folding.
The folding ones.
Yeah, well,
folding buckle.
budget did not permit the folding ones. So the only way that these fold is the standard way, just to put them away. In this sense. So I think we'll remove our glasses now, just to not be rude to our audience.
I look better with glasses though.
But maybe we could do it. Leave a comment if you'd rather we do this. We do this with.
so
It's so bright.
So it's so bright. Could you turn down the sun, Matthijs, please?
Excellent. Well, let's get into it then with some summer watches. We've already mentioned a couple, but what makes for us the perfect summer watch? I think, Dan, let's start with you, because you said you've brought some watches with you.
He's brought his whole collection.
And you have a bit of a formula.
Yeah, I thought about this the subject of this episode a little bit, and I was thinking, like, what?
Lex hasn't, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, why don't you just throw me under the bus? It's fine.
No, you've thought about it.
But then I thought, like, which are the watches that I wear when it gets sunnier and warmer, and my wrist becomes a bit bigger as well? Like, what is
your wrist gets bigger in the summer?
It's
on warmer days.
On warmer days, it's a bit.
Or after a very heavy meal.
Exactly.
After a fondue.
So I came up after a fondue in summer.
Famous summer dish.
Famous summer dish.
In the sauna. Horrible time.
I came up with the 3 C's.
Oh.
The 3 C's.
Oh my God, this is really
3 C's of summer.
It's coming. Capabilities, comfort, and color.
That's nice.
So I'm wearing the Seiko SPB 317, which is very capable and can be worn during summer and any occasion. So you go swimming, to the beach. It can handle any water you throw at it. So that's very capable.
Yeah. Comfort.
But you also want it to be comfortable. This one has a really nice C-shaped case that sits really nicely on your wrist.
Relatively slim for a modern diver
Relatively slim. And I wear it on a rubber strap, which is very comfortable. And
colorful.
The color comes from the strap.
Exactly. Nice. I like it.
Lex is not convinced.
No. I when I think color in summer, I think bright colors.
Yeah, so that's where my next watch comes in.
Okay. So, but how does this score on the triple C scale?
So I'd say this is like a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the most colorful. You could definitely we mentioned the tropic straps that we carry in the shop. You could definitely pick something a little bit brighter and more bold.
But this would work with a brighter color strap
with
as
a
well.
yellow one, for example.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Okay.
But I think the next watches, so 2 of my other watches, I think the Serica 5303-3 with the blue bezel inlay comes in.
That's not seafoam green. That's another one.
That's the seafoam green.
Definitely blue. Sonic blue.
And that one comes in on the color scale very high, like very, very well.
And on the capability side,
it's very capable. It's very water resistant and can be worn while swimming. And it's also very comfortable because the strap is very adjustable and on-the-go adjustable.
This sort of Milanese mesh strap with a floating adjustment.
Yeah, it's not fully floating because you have to use some increments, like notches, but the notches are very close together, so that's very... there was a question from the class.
I have a fourth C to add, because that is something that actually works for me. That is the C for cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
And I know it's a bit of a negative terminology, cheap. But
better than affordable.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been.
It doesn't work.
That would have certainly not worked.
Accessible, affordable. So I'll just call it cheap. But yeah, I think price also has a little bit to do with the choice when you go for a summer watch. Well,
very much.
For me, it does anyway. But
because I was gonna bring also the Gégère Lecoutre Reverso.
Yeah,
but in terms of budget or like value, that's a bit much to bring.
Yeah,
to
that's
the beach.
not a beach watch. Let's say. Imagine if you get sand stuck in it. And
oh my God,
it gets really crackly when you spin. Oh,
and then it will definitely
self-destruct.
Just the scratches. The sand on the beach makes it's just. Oh my God.
But I think that ties into your point that you don't want exactly for it to be your most expensive or your. I mean, you're certainly not going to bring your white gold Breguet Tradition to to the beach.
Not.
No.
You would look awesome though.
So, yeah.
Maybe
Well, I will
maybe
stay
for
away
some-
from the beach then.
Maybe for some beachside cocktails,
Yeah.
but certainly
Beach
not
club.
for.
I'll stay in the beach club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the beach club watches. That'll be next week's podcast.
Yes.
But for now, we're sticking to summer watches.
Aquanauts.
No, but I like the approach. I have to say that it really covers all the bases to some
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah, it
And
does.
but I think you have a third watch there for us, or
Oh yeah, there's my Oris Art Blakey.
Yeah.
Because it's.
I don't think Art went to the beach. Was Art a
Art was
surfer?
a
He was a
beach-
drummer, of
he was
course,
a
but was
drummer,
Art
yeah.
a surfer or a beach boy? Was
Well,
he?
I don't know.
jazz musicians at the beach.
It's
not- it's not really-
doesn't fit, right?
No,
No.
there's a bit of dissonance
True.
there.
But I
Did
wear
you
it
put
on
Art on a rubber strap?
I know. I actually put him on a bone clip strap,
Oh.
which in summer is very very
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
Because you can
for sure.
adjust
It's
its size
adjusted,
and it's very airy. It's
Not a lot of color, but
No.
there's another watch next to that one.
No, I
Yes.
want to know something about the Art taking in water. Does that one how water resistant
not
is Art?
very good in
Was
terms
it
of water
50?
resistance. I think it's 30 or 50. Yeah, no, that one is
Ooh.
not
Splash-proof. Just like the man himself.
But
Yeah.
it has survived until now. So
Did he use
Yeah.
splash symbols? I don't know.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think Art was very
like splashing a drum set is not a good idea.
was a
either,
hi-hat
so,
kind of man.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
great drummer,
yeah,
very
God
expressive.
have his soul. Yes.
Perfect. And then
But
the final.
and then the final one is the Autodromo Inter Europa.
Mhm.
Can you pick it up for
yeah,
us?
Lex can't
Can pick
quite
Because I can't see it. There's a pile of
yeah.
oh
So it's this one.
yeah.
They call the dial color Nassau Blue
Mhm.
from the Bahamas.
Yeah, so the Bahamas. Yeah.
And I put it on this orange
orange.
orange brown
Sort of tan brown.
brown strap.
Cognac colored.
And
Is
I
it
think
leather or rubber,
it's
or
leather,
is it
yeah,
a-
Saffiano leather.
Oh,
Beautiful. Really nice.
And I think this is really nice. It has a cream bezel inlay, and then
there's a very
or minute
strong
track.
Portofino vibes.
Yeah, I like it. That's really a summery watch.
Yeah,
with
it
that
scores
sort of
very high
colorway.
on the color scale, and
But that's an aperitivo watch.
yes,
If,
exactly.
It's not.
Yes.
It's not a play beach ball.
No,
This
Not
is
a-
this
not
is
a very
this is an
capable watch.
aperitivo kind
Exactly.
of.
Yes.
This is
thingy.
Aperol spritzes in the shade
Yeah,
with your
exactly.
shades on kind of watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Or maybe even summertime by the racetrack. It being very much driving a convertible in the Amalfi Coast. Kind
yeah,
of
or
watch.
having your elbow on the side of the
exactly
car
yeah
and
the car that's the
just
same
drive the
color.
convertible.
like
Of
an old,
the rental Clio.
yeah, exactly.
Well, realistically, it's the rental Clio,
I
but
was
you
thinking
know,
Let's keep it
Mustang,
real
but,
here, boys.
kind
Let's
of
keep it
dream.
real.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah, so
Now I like the philosophy. Like I said, it's a great way to find a summer watch. I think that's all the factors, and then with the addition of Lex's fourth,
The
C,
fourth C.
I think it's also a good point. I think that to me that's kind of what I would also look for in a way. I mean, I spent one summer with this watch, which obviously I wouldn't call cheap because it's over €1,000. So compared to say like a G-Shock, which is capable, comfortable, and colorful, it can be a G-Shock, and it's also affordable or cheap. I think that G-Shocks make for great summer watches. I know you're a fan, right?
Yeah. No, I definitely. But I have a question because when you go on your summer vacation, because you have summer watches and you also have summer vacation watches.
very
I
True,
think.
true.
Because during the summer you would wear different kind of watches, but then when you vacate, do you wear one watch or do you take several watches? What do you do that? Do you travel with several watches? if
last
you go
year
on?
I only brought one watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And which one was that?
It was the Rolex Explorer.
Which is neither colorful. It's comfortable. I guess it's comfortable.
It's also not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Not
It's not
cheap.
colorful.
Ah.
So there goes my
Yeah.
But I think.
Wow.
So wait. But I think that brings us to another point in some way because I mean, rules are also made to be broken, right? We say it all the time. And I
To
think
break the rules, you must first master them.
Exactly. And that's what you do all summer, but when you go on vacation, then you break them, right? Yeah. And I think that's a watch that gives you a little bit of everything. So that's also the versatility aspect in some way, also very capable.
Yeah, but for me, the 4, the 3, or the 4C rule is actually how I choose my watch for the holiday. The one I travel with, the one I need to swim with, but also have an aperitivo with. So actually, for me, that is I never travel with more than one. I just wear it, and that watch has to do everything. Last summer I brought 2 straps to change the look of the watch a bit. Yeah. So it was a Tiffany, a seafoam green strap and a white strap.
Okay. Perfect.
For the
very summery
for the Crafter Blue Dive chronograph.
Oh, the Hyperion Ocean chronograph.
Absolutely,
that's a cool one. That has color. It's maybe
it's
quite
not
chunky
comfortable.
for it to be comfortable. But it's a dive chronograph, so it sits a bit tall on the wrist.
A bit tall?
Fairly tall on the wrist.
I had to pay extra for the flight because it was it's so tall. It's so big.
The luggage allowance was not enough.
No, it's incredibly heavy. No, but you kind of get used to it. No, but and I summered with it 2 years in a row, but that was also because last year my first choice had a bit of a issue, had some issues, so I had to leave that one. Shop. Yeah, it's in the repair shop. I had to leave it behind, and then I just went for the Crafter Blue again.
Yeah. Served you
absolutely
well.
It cool. and I think with two straps, and those are 2 straps from the Fratello shop. They have the quick release system, so it was nice.
Yeah,
and it was actually kind of cool to.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, but I think that in general, that's also an interesting point, differentiating between going on summer holiday or just going on holiday in general, and in summer in general. Because I do feel that there are watches I won't wear in summer, and that I'll wear less. I'll wear a lot less in winter. So I'm not gonna. I have a couple of like vintage watches on leather straps that you wouldn't just. It just in summer. It's a perfect time to wear them because it's also not wet. Usually the weather's good. But at the same time, I typically don't find myself wearing a leather strap in the summer. So I tend to go with either rubber or a NATO or the bracelet, any one of those combinations. And then for going on holiday, you certainly don't want to take many watches. In the past, I've taken a couple, but only when it has to do with work. So sometimes I'll use summer to take a watch with me and do a little bit of diving or do some on location photography or like a prolonged hands-on review. That kind of thing.
That makes sense.
But ideally for me, I agree with both of you guys that I would just pack one watch for the summer holiday. Something versatile, something sporty, something colorful, and something that's not gonna. Something you're not going to have to stress over when you're doing these summer activities, or when you accidentally leave it in the hotel room. Or something. It's just added stress. So I think that having something affordable, colorful, capable, and comfortable, of course, as well, is good. I mean, last year I took my watch I don't own anymore, but the Panerai PAM 55, which is comfortable and capable. But it's certainly not a cheap watch.
No. Did you leave it on the? Did you put it on a rubber strap or something?
I wore it on a strap from Artem.
Okay.
Sailcloth strap.
Sailcloth.
Which has the synthetic backing. I took it
good.
diving as well in the Costa Brava in Spain, and it was great. It was a perfect watch for the summer. I think one thing that I really enjoy in summer as well is Lume. I think you have these longer evenings when you're out and about, and it's sometimes nice to have a watch with proper lume. Sometimes you're coming in from a sunny day, you're going into the house, and it's a little
fully
darker.
Charged.
And you see it; it's fully charged, and you get that little moment.
I'm always surprised how bright the Speedmaster is.
Yeah, true.
Speedmaster is
a super luminova.
Speaking of Speedmaster, I put it on a Joseph Boni rubber strap now, so I can actually wear it during summer,
but not for your holiday.
But I would not take my replica
you wouldn't
relaunch on on a summer holiday.
Yeah, mine is the new one. They say you can swim with it. But
yeah, true. I think it's water resistant enough to swim with it, and a serviced one of the old ones is probably capable enough as well. But at the same time, you don't want to time your jet ski laps on a Speedmaster.
Oh, you don't want to risk it.
It's just a risk that you don't need. It's a little added level of stress that doesn't quite match with summer. But what about other summer activities? Like, you're an avid cyclist.
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
What's your pick of a watch when you're
just
out
as
and about
light
on a bike?
as possible. I prefer the. I'm wearing an analog.
But you wear a watch.
And now I do.
Is already something.
I recently started wearing a watch because I can't really read the time on my my cycling exactly. It's this I have all the information I need, but sometimes I also just want to know what time it is, and I don't want to reach in my back pocket to have a look at the phone. And I think then just having a quick glance at your wrist is best. So
what is your go-to cycling watch?
I did wear the Mission on Earth Moon Swatch, which is nice because it's light. You want something light.
You can even time something.
Yeah, but that is being done already. So, but in theory, so that or a G-Shock, the analog, the see-through,
the Casio,
the Casio, the transparent Casio,
jellyfish.
Yeah, which is surprisingly comfortable and light. Mm-hmm. I would, of course, love to wear the watch today. Pogacar also wears.
You want to wear a Richard Mille?
Definitely want a Richard Mille.
Or a Tissot Citadel.
Yeah, the
Tissot. A bit heavy.
It is,
the carbon case.
I love it in with the yellow. The black and yellow is like a.
It's very
Tour de France. Yeah, but it's not. But it's a little bit heavy. But something light, and then it actually then it works.
And now, by the time this comes out, you will have also done a significant bit of cycling with a very specific Tudor watch on your wrist.
With the cycling chronograph, the Pelagos FXD in Carmen.
I think that'll be and then you'll have a little piece for us. I think a little hands-on with some pictures and definitely a bit of a review of the experience. But that'll be quite an experience. I think, and a great way to try it. I've gone cycling with my FXD as well a couple of times. It's a watch that is also kind of perfect for summer, perhaps other than the price. I mean, it's capable, comfortable, all these things. It's not super colorful. The blue one is a little bit more colorful. But hey, you can always put a strap on it that's a little bit more colorful. Put it on a bright orange NATO strap
that's
or something.
That's a great thing about that watch as well.
You can versatile
just bring 3 straps with you.
Exactly.
And it's an easy piece.
Swap them out. It's only NATOs. But it's a watch that it almost begs to be put in situations of use.
Yes,
like I would not hesitate. I would hesitate to take my Seamaster 300 2254 diving because it's also neo vintage. It's 20 years old. It's in really nice condition.
But the Tudor, most definitely.
But the FXD, man, that's coming to me with grease, and that's definitely being put to the test underwater.
Yeah, the watch begs to be used in this,
for sure. Which is also nice. Like that kind of, in spite of it being relatively to me an expensive, expensive watch.
It is, of course. It's costly.
4,000 plus euros. It is what it is.
That's the fourth C. Cost. Cost, not cheap. Cost. It's cost. The 4 C's.
Brilliant.
We should write an article on this.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, put it together.
We will.
I'll put it together.
We'll do it. Yeah, perfect. The formula to cracking the
summer watch.
The 4 C's of summer
cracking
watch.
the code of summer. 4 C's.
With 4 C's.
There you go. Yeah, we've given our listeners and viewers a peek into.
Wasn't there a really nice Alfa Romeo 4C?
The 4C, that what was even nicer is the 8C.
Oh, yes.
The first one, the Ottoce.
The 8 C's of summer.
Yeah, with that
color.
Had a Ferrari engine kind of a situation. Oh, man. Stunning car.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the 4C is lovely as well.
Is there anything else? Anything else that we look for in a watch for summer? Anything else? It can be the watch. It can be an accessory. Is there, Lex, you've spoken about this before to me, and you've said that what you like about your G-Shock specifically is that it has this inverted display, which means you actually can't read the time on it.
No.
So you prefer to not be stressed by the time in summer.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to wear a watch. You're a watch rider. You're a watch enthusiast, so you can't.
It feels
not
kind
wear a
of
watch.
weird not to wear a watch, but you also don't want to be confronted with the time all the time.
But
and then that navy blue G-Shock that I have, which is I have no clue what time it is on that watch. It looks great, but it
may still be set to Tokyo time for all you know.
Nobody knows.
Doesn't matter.
Nobody
but
cares.
I think in that sense that it reminds me of something that's relevant to this and the FXD. It doesn't have a date.
Oh, that's
so
I think that's actually perfect for a holiday.
No date.
Yeah,
No date.
There's a date on the SPB, but you hardly. You can
True,
hardly
yeah,
see
it's
it.
the 430 date
So,
on,
yeah.
and it's black on black, right? It's
So,
black with
that's
a
a
little
good one,
tiny
the
numeral.
date.
So
Yeah, it's almost not there.
date. So that's the fifth C is calendar. No.
Not important.
Calendar,
No calendar. No, but I think that's something as well. Like just the you need to know what time of day it is, because let's face it, that's still useful.
Can I have my
holiday.
first beer now?
Is it 4 o'clock? Is it 5 p.m. already? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. No, but that's perhaps another.
The G-Shock doesn't tell. I have no clue, but
It tells you too many things.
No, but you can set the alarm. Beep
Right.
beep. Can I have a beer, please?
Exactly. No, but that's perhaps another consideration. It's like the less is more in the summer in terms of
that I
watch.
fully agree with.
Yeah.
Less is more. Less to worry about.
Yeah.
Less rain.
Complications.
Less complicated. Yeah.
Less rain is how I
There's
describe
another
the
C.
Dutch summer.
Yeah. Less rain.
Less rain.
It's a less rainy season.
What's the summer like in Holland?
It's less rain.
There's still a lot of rain, but it's just a little bit less. Yeah, fantastic. Perfect. Cool. Well, I think that's some good advice as well for all of our listeners looking to make the decision on their summer watch. But of course, we'd always love to hear from them in the comments. So let's read our comment of the week. This comes from J040 on the website, and he says, "I don't have time to listen to these, but I'd love a transcript if that's possible for y'all to do." I really like that comment.
I think AI should be capable of this, right?
Absolutely.
I think it is, and I think he could potentially also do it himself. Just put the URL into AI, and we could also do it. I don't think we're going to do it. Jay will never know we've read his comment because he doesn't have time to listen to these. But we still appreciate him taking the time to comment. And that comment made me smile. So it gets to be the comment of the week for this week. And speaking of comments, of course, please let us know
please.
your pick for summer watches, whether it's in the summer season or when you're on holiday. Let us know in the comments down below. And of course, as always, tune in next week for another episode of Fratello Talks. See you then.